While are they like copper, we carry the entire like we invest in CBEX. I mean, did you guys register that stuff?
No, I just got to hear it when it crashed too. That was when I got to hear it.
Like there are great comments on people's pages.
Man, people even had to invest 40-50 million naira. Nigeria get money,
Even for this globalization.
People have money.
I believe the most difficult time for you to, discover how rich Nigeria is when
things like this comes up.
You see people say, you invested $1 million naira. How?
50 million in this thing. People have money.
So if you are a core member, how they touch you now? CBEX, no, I like go pay.
I even have a friend that had to borrow 3 million, added to his own 5 million. Put into this.
No,
currently, the guy is off.
They have to fight that.
The guy is off.
You can't find anything on it.
Yes, it's gone. And some people, they're actually so greedy.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend who invested in that and they gave her times 3 of what she invested or times 2. She said, no, let me save it there. Who saves money in an online site?
No, she wants it to multiply.
In Nigeria? Now, wow.
Multiply.
I had a copper there, he was teaching physics. We always call him Mr. Chukuma. Mr. Chukuma, when he left Uyo High School then, we gave this man load. Gifts. If you see how this man gather gifts, me said I bring breakable cup from my mama, not tell my mama. After all,
your mom is not listening to this.
You now repackaged it. If you see load, that man was so loved because the way he taught us, the way it was, when they will tell you, oh yeah, answer question, I'll give you 15 naira. That time 15 naira was a big money. We used it to nick ice cream.
Angala. Thousands of graduates are leaving school yearly to go job hunting, but in a bid to establish themselves in this puzzling moment, there is a 1-year mandatory program which every graduate must undergo in Nigeria. For some persons, this is the most difficult phase of their life journey as they get to move into a strange environment, leaving their homes, trying to be independent. Well, for some others, it is just a waste of their time and resources. And so there's a big question that we try to answer every time. NYSC, worth it or it is a waste of time? So does NYSC worth it? Or you feel it is a waste of time? Hello, amazing viewers. Anytime, every day, I am always thrilled to know that you are happy because this is why I'm existing here. Without you, I don't think I will move further because you're always my source of inspiration. It's your inspiring podcast host, Ekemini Ekwere, reaching you this very hour. And in today's episode, we will be looking at a very puzzling issue that is affecting most of our graduates, particularly the youths in Nigeria. Going for NYSC. Okay, so we'll be talking, we will be looking, we will be discussing NYSC today. We get to answer the big question. Is NYSC worth it? Or it is a waste of time? So, of course, if you've been longing to go for service for some reasons or the other, you just feel that you don't need to go there. You'll be actually, contemplating, should I go? Should I stay back? I don't feel like it for NYSC. It's not suiting me. Is it not suiting me? All right, join us on the conversation because I have a full gist for you. So we get to see why people are usually scared of going for service and why, for some reasons, it is a waste of time for so many others. Having you in the talk show room, very beautiful, amazing looking ladies joining me on Uproot the Issue podcast today. So Uproot the Issue. So I have with me the sweetest and the pretty hands that make the sweetest drink in Uyo. I'm talking about the CEO, the face of the only sweetest pineapple milk juice in Akwa Ibom State. Komi darling, joining me on the set.
It's good to have you here too. It's actually been a long time.
Komi, I'm forced to say that you are everything that our culture represents in terms of beauty.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay, so very far from my end, we also have a guidance counselor. She is a career choice coach. If you want to, or you are longing to seek for admission as a freshman in any university of your choice, she will help you to navigate through, make the right choice of career life. Joining me in the studio. In fact, if you even give your boyfriend is giving you headache, you are giving your boyfriend headache, she helps in relationship counseling. Of course, joining me in the session is Comrade Tima Odo. She is the Chief of Staff to the Student Union's Vice President, University of Uyo, in the person of Excellency Comrade Dara Gold Victor. Tima Odo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ekemini Ekwere. I can't believe we've been fighting for years and finally we are here today.
All right, but the way I'm looking at you guys, NYSC not even the small one. I swear. But before we just start our beg, I'm longing to ask core members, why are they like copper? We carry the entire we invest in CBEXO. I mean, did you guys register that stuff?
No, I just got to hear it when it crashed too. That was when I got to hear it.
Like they have read comments on people's pages.
Man, people even had to invest 40, 50 million naira. Nigeria get money,
even for this globalization.
People have money.
I believe the most difficult time for you to, discover how rich Nigeria is when
things like this comes up.
You see people say, you invested
be like,
$1 million naira. How?
50 million in this thing. People have money.
So if you are a core member, how they touch you now? CBEX, no, I go pay.
I even have a friend that had to borrow 3 million, added to his own 5 million. Put into this.
Currently,
the guy is off.
They have to fight that.
The guy is off.
Until you don't have money, you can't find it again. Honestly.
Yes, it's gone. And some people, they're actually so greedy.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend who invested in that and they gave her ×3 of what she invested or ×2. She said, no, let me save it there. Who saves money in an online site?
No, she wants it to multiply.
In Nigeria?
Now, wow. Multiply. Okay, so jumping on the conversation, that was on a very soft note. So if you've been affected, honestly, we apologize. We apologize. And we sympathize with you. But please, you need to be very careful.
The funny thing is that another one will come out.
And people will still jump on it.
Even with the past experience.
Because I heard the CBEX came out and said people should pay for verification. To verify that you actually invested your money in it.
On top scam.
And people still did it.
That you verify scam. That's it. Okay, so starting the conversation, this NYSC, we call it National Youth Service Corps. But I don't love to give a name due to the context of our conversation today. Now your suffering continues. You got that? So if you're wondering how your suffering will continue, please, this is the moment that you get to know how suddenly we are suffering, even in the service of saving the Nigerians. The country, the country is even saving it, they save the country. All right, so let's get to that. So when coming darling, I would love to ask you if the word NYSC, when you just sense that word, how is your feeling like? What do you feel? Remember, they don't pay 77,000 as a lawi.
That money, for me, I would love to just have that fun of going out to interact with people. When it comes to NYSC, it's just a program that wants you to go out and interact with people from different ethnic societies.
Yes.
Maybe you go to Yoruba land as an Akwa Ibom that I am, and then you vibe, you eat their food, you enjoy their culture, and also too, it helps to fill in those rural areas.
Okay.
You get
through their community development service. Those guys don't try big time.
People that don't have teachers.
Yes.
You get, and also too for you to be able to bond with people, not to discriminate them.
Marriage.
Me, I'm from. You see how somebody say, me, I cannot marry Igbo. Me, I cannot be friends with a Yoruba person. NYSC service.
We will save you to get the right choice.
You just come along with people of different ethnic groups to mingle and all of that. Then come to that money. How much that money be go?
You feel some days. But definitely, we should some of that amounted to give you a figure of 924,000 naira yearly.
There are people that actually would have to save that money and they don't touch it.
Definitely.
There are people that will not even touch that money. They sum it up together and keep it. Definitely. And maybe they use it to start a business after service.
Okay. All right. So, Tima, when we talk about the NYSC, I looked at you, you were looking at covers and like, okay, that one touched me. But then I would love to have it. What pops on your mind? If I delay like this, what is the last, is NYSC the last thing or the least thing on your mind like this?
I don't even know how to start. Seriously. Yes, because the stories I've been hearing from past time hoppers, club members, scary stories. I'm suffering. I've not eaten. I went. Seriously, me, I'll just sit down. Like, I have suffered for 4 years already. Is this what I'm going to go and it's over 4 years? So is this what I'm going to go out and experience also? Yeah. So, aside the 77K, sure.
If it's just, with the 77K now, you can make up your mind. There's nothing God cannot do. Like the country. So, God will reduce the level of suffering. Okay, so if this is meeting you, yes, and you're not a Nigerian, of course, National Youth Service Corps is a program that was set aside by the military government of Yakubu Gowon on the 22nd of May, 1972. During when Nigeria faced a very turbulent period, the civil war, it was really messy. And so after the whole period, they had to look for a way to bring back that unity in Nigeria. And they saw it that it is only the Nigerian youths that are the future of tomorrow. Of course, if we try to bring these people together, to rehabilitate them, to integrate them, to see that with one Nigeria, despite our ethnicity, despite our diverse in cultures, the languages, we can just go to explore other places, get to know about people, and end that hostility, end that hatred. So that was why that program was set aside by the government of General Yakubu Gowon. It was just basically for promoting communities, trying to bring in youthful integration. Remember that if youths are united, then Nigeria will definitely be one. And so over time, we've had several issues going on, several problems. Of course, the 77K is just, it's a recent development that is making the stuff to be sensible a bit. There was time that core members were paid 18,500.
Yes, I heard.
So that was mad.
They will line up in front of principal collect 18K.
Honestly, so that was the figure, and the issue is how wish they would imagine as you did like this with your business. The compost is to Sokoto. You go just start selling kunu. Don't come in that.
Go pack all those zobo leaves them. Three bags.
3 bags, and you don't know.
It's good. That one is even better. She's doing a physical, like something she can transport. How about people that they have a shop, maybe boutique here? How would they take it down there?
So honestly, the whole problem and the whole issue of insecurity, it's about a lot, because there was time that we had core members that would feel from a we hear of course, I can remember 2022 when we lost core members leaving here to Kaduna, and so it was a whole lot. And when I even heard that they will change the program in such a way that we get to save in our respective states. People were just clamoring that there will be no fun in the whole thing.
Exactly.
Because it will be a first time we are living. Yeah. Of course, if I'm going for savings, it's the first time I'm spending an entire year
in summer.
That is a very beautiful experience.
It's a very sweet one.
Yeah, it's a very sweet one. But then just before we get to, we talked about teachers in rural areas.
Yes.
And so that will lead me to a question. Let's go back to our secondary school days. What was your favorite core member?
Oh my God.
What was your favorite cover?
I had a favorite copper right there. Then that time, he was the one that made me love biology.
Oh.
You know when a teacher is like, you know when a teacher is like, tomorrow morning, before I start this class, you answer my questions.
Wow.
That's just what made my mother to buy me a textbook, a biology textbook. And there are some couples that plays fatherly and motherly role.
Yes, definitely.
They will give you so much coverage.
Yes.
That it will, a lot of students are going through things at home. See, and then you come to school, you meet somebody that gives you.
I mean, a lot.
And then the couple will just be there to embrace you. It's so sweet. But then the fun is not there when they decide to leave you. I had a couple there, he was teaching physics. We always call him Mr. Chukuma. Mr. Chukuma, when he left Uyo High School then, we gave this man load. gifts.
Omo.
If you see how this man gather gifts, me said I bring breakable cup from my mama, not tell my mama. After all, you know
Your mom is not listening to this.
you now we packaged it. If you see load, that man was so loved because the way he taught us, the way it was, you know, when they will tell you, oh yeah, answer question, I'll give you 15 naira. That time 15 naira was a big money. We used it to lick ice cream.
Angala.
So teachers in rural areas, they save so much. They give this comfort. They are so lovely. You get? And you know when there are some rural areas that don't have teachers.
Definitely.
Maybe in a school.
Many.
In a school they can have 3 teachers.
Yes,
But when
that are feminine staff.
Yes. But when these coppers come, they reduce the load for these teachers.
In my school, I had 70 core members.
Exactly.
And less of feminine
Even when I
staff.
was doing my teaching practice, we had coppers. I was people they go school. So that's just the fun of it. They help in schools. They serve as father and mother roles to students. They help a lot. And there are coppers that will come and then they will teach you things that you don't know.
Yes.
We had a certain copper that time that was always teaching about female hygiene. She'll just come and maybe she'll buy pads and it's a whole lot and it's good.
Okay. And Tima, looking at you, it seems you didn't like your comments.
I did not. I did not. The only core member that I enjoyed in my secondary school was my English teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, she was very sweet.
I think to be a woman.
You want to spoil it? You want to spoil the whole thing?
No, I think to be a woman.
She was very, very sweet until I got to my SS1. That we had this particular edutech copper that would come. You know, back then we had coppers lodge. Now that they stay in the coppers lodge, and then we had female hostel. Those of them that will go out there and ask the female out and then they won't accept, they will come and pay them back in class, involving all the female students. So if you cannot answer one question as a woman, as a girl in class, the punishment is for all the girls.
All the girls.
All of us outside, dealing under the sun. Any teacher that will pass will give us one. So that's what I was experiencing from my SS1 to my SS2 until they left. But I really enjoyed my English teacher when I was in JSS2.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a shout out to Papa Chukuma.
Yes.
Tima, can you remember your English teacher?
Remember,
Can you imagine?
and I hope one day.
Boy, you speak.
One day.
Shout out to all the inspiring core members out there. When I say inspiring, those that they deprive themselves of that. I've seen core members that you see them, these ones. This one
are just doing it
out of love.
Not for the
now the
money.
real service be this. They are giving that selfless service. They don't care about
there are some of them that will stay till when all the students are gone.
We had some of them that even with their appearance, even with their sense of dressing, their elegance, yourself, it's very obvious that money, the 18.5 they received that time,
They were even the ones inspiring me to finish school very fast.
So that you wear that uniform.
Until now.
I know that uniform can be very sweet and attractive. You'll be like, God, wait. And when you hear copper, your body go to shake for school.
Even the X team, the X team they placed on comments. If you go to the bank now,
yes,
in the queue, you can't skip the calling or waiting there. You can't. So the whole form was like, you get one copper, we'll be fine. I be the Aisha, but you've been fine. Honestly, I was like, wow, if this woman could have this touch of elegance, this is just, let's say, just roughly someone in 28, 29, and she's like this. And she's just aiming this.
Yeah.
How much more? It doesn't really, the way she carries herself. The aura. Yes. Once you see
the confidence.
Once you see her coming, there's no one that picks her interesting. Not even the permanent staff. And that would, ladies, you guys know we have a way of evoking that jealousy and everything.
Yes.
So we like just always, that woman, everyone wants to be her friend, If you should ask me what we really love about the woman was she was trying to tell you that even in that rural area, you can make that place outstanding.
Yes, and you can make people love.
So it doesn't mean as a core member, you are in the rural area, you should be rural. No.
Yes.
You dress well.
Because people, they are looking up to you.
Now,
you're a role model to those people there.
If not for Kampato, where would I have been?
Yes, you get it.
It's shout out to all the amazing core members there. Personally, I have let's say a mixed feeling and a mixed experience of core members. Okay, so you get one copper we even get for SS1, copper OB. he taught physics. This man, I would say that is the man that made me to hate physics for life. No, he was, but the funny thing is that the guy was very funny. Very funny guy.
But strict.
Very strict. Like he hates, all these perfectionists. See, I love, if I should tell you that physics, I had physics the highest, you won't believe. I've never had physics below 82 because of the fear, that I will fail. But then the man was like, okay, my brother will make an assignment for me. My brother studied math physics that time at College of Education. He will make an assignment for me, help me in assisting me in the assignment. He will say, okay, so your junior brother copies notes, your senior brother handles your assignment. Now, so now they do for you. This man said openly in class. Like the man doesn't even think he can, rubbish you and just use any words.
Just use any words.
And I also had a very lovely copper, I think, what's her name? I think she was my civic education teacher, sometimes in JS2. So the copper loved me so much. I think I have very good experience about female coppers. I didn't know. Male coppers.
They're always nice.
Honestly.
The men are nice to women.
Guy coppers they never give me green light before. Everywhere it's always backfire. But I won't forget, she has always been, looking out. Even there was a time she would just give you money. Have you eaten? The mom, I'm fine. No problem. Just come to my office. Feel free. And you get to even share what you could not share with family members. With your
That's what I was saying. They are like role models.
Definitely they are.
Some of them.
So I will even get to that. We even have someone in there is a Sue. That one, he thought that one even came. They made the man appear is even funny. From he said, like listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
As the head is like this, so as my knowledge is expands like that. I flog your feet. The man was super fun. I think I had copper and there will be. She was very pretty. She taught marketing and computer in SS2. She made me to hate marketing and computer so much. The woman was like, why would you be in SS2 and you don't offer marketing? You don't know, you're not offering computer? You don't know the world is definitely turning into a digital hub? I will flog you, reflog you. I was like, God.
Already you have fear.
I was having that fear.
It's actually a teacher that actually made me switch from sciences to arts. Yes, I had always loved science. All my life, I always wanted to be an engineer.
See engineer now.
I wanted to be an engineer until one day this woman gave an assignment and then I didn't even know. Luckily for me, she pointed me to come out and solve it on the board. And I went out and then I wrote the formula of water. With small letters. This woman flogged me for over 30 minutes. And she couldn't even correct me. I just stood there, clean, write again, small letter H, clean again. And since after that day,
can make you feel confused.
She even extended the flogging to everybody because they all copied the assignment.
Even with the mumu,
all of us. Since after that day, I stayed away from chemistry class.
Yes, you were. But so I went from the core members, please. This is us sending a message to the place. I know, there's how Alawino come.
Yes, and you feel frustration.
You even who like these CBEX, even Sabi way CBEX don't drop it now, and you want to transfer the aggression on students. The schools we are opening on 28th of April. Please, I'm using God's name to beg you. I believe that. Somehow in life, there are people we see and we see our vision, we see our future through that person. Exactly. I had a very fantastic computer teacher in SS1. She didn't study anything related to computer, but she, the stress and the plight that comes when you teach what you don't love, you don't have passion, probably what you don't study in school, which is what we are going to look at now. Because I believe these guys do have this issue. How we do study engineering and you're teaching civil education on top waiting. You should, in fact, in engineering, your PPA, your place of primary assignment shouldn't even be in the school.
In the school.
Except it's technical college.
It restricts them a lot from a lot of things.
I had someone that studied mechanical engineering teaching me financial accounting on top waiting.
And they'll use that for social and teach you anyhow.
The woman will just, I'm giving you my textbook, and the textbook is there, you read. If you don't want, some of you, I know you, even if you see
they don't care.
They don't care, yes. Because they feel that after all, it's
not their niche.
You went to school, yeah.
After all, without them, wouldn't you have survived? Without them now, so without the coming back, your life would have still been going on. So it won't be because of that period of 1 year you will change to. In fact, you arrive at your future. If your future is not moving, remain there.
You remain there after all, they are done.
They are done.
They'll collect their
So
salaries.
please. The 77K, yeah, fine, it's okay. It's giving you busting, the bubbles, but then please give in your best, give in your all for the job. And so now, but then we get to see the other side of it. And when you were saying, but not all, we also had core members that messed up things. I mean, now coppers, now from the ones that they will check, uncheck, recheck.
And cause fights between students because those girls they will be fighting. Am I not fine? Wait, man. And at the end of the day, these girls they will go to their lodge and be like, "Sir, what can I help you to do?" So you know that these children are minors.
Yeah.
You get. You tell them no, you shouldn't be doing this. Go back to your homes. Go back to your classes.
You shouldn't be doing what? You shouldn't be doing what? That's on there. You basic long and that.
I bought you lunch, and you'll be like, you should tell them these children are, even if you are a teacher, you are the parent in the school, while the parents are there in the house, but you are the school parent. You should tell them no, don't do this.
Even when they bring you lunch. You don't know hunger. You don't know hunger. So they brought you lunch and you refuse. Tima, can you relate? Tima, you seem to wrote love letter. Confess.
Have I?
She said, have I?
You crushed on it.
She needs to even think if she did.
I don't think I did though. I did not.
But at least you had experience where core members, do
With my other classmates.
Yes.
I was always listening to them.
Because you
advising them. My advice did not start today. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I must. You see now, that's when she got the inspiration to move into counseling.
Exactly.
Tima, you've not cancelled me before.
I will.
I've had so many answers.
From this place, I will.
Okay, so ladies, let's get to look at why most youths, I'll put these questions to you directly. So why is it that most graduates are scared of going for service?
Oh man, why won't you be scared? I'll be scared because right now the economy situation in Nigeria
we should not go there.
is not smiling.
Honestly.
The security too is not smiling. You're going to somebody's state for the first time. You don't know your whereabouts. And then 77,000, is that your transportation? Is that your feeding money? You yourself check your account transaction history for a month. You will see like 1 million. I bet they lie.
We should not take that one.
It's true actually. And find out we don't even know where the money is going.
And you don't even know where the money is going. So now I'll be scared. I'll be scared because I'm going to a place I do not know.
First.
Not like it's my relative that is living there that I can say, okay, I'll take you around.
I'll accommodate you.
I'll accommodate you. Now I'm going to somebody's land. You have to go and rent a house. That house, first of all, if you see better house, 500,000. Now, they go person place, you go buy pots, buy bed, yes, because that's the basic thing. Let's just leave putting chairs and furniture.
At least you can't get with it.
You will do bed first because now when you go like that, then the important. Then you will come buy food stuff. Because no copper will fit me. I know if you can't empty belly, they go anywhere.
Savings for God. Savings for you. The receipt 77K now.
Okay, go buy a bag of rice. A bag of rice, how much it be? The money never finish. So me, I'll be scared. Youths are scared. People are scared.
You will chop quarter.
See, if you look and well, if person go fit tell you through these core members, they go tell you say now most of their family members they sponsor their self for another person place. Oh, Junior, how far? Emeka, you travel tomorrow, go service, or you send accounts. Elder brother go send 20K. Elder sister, uncle from London go send 50. Before you know, Emeka go get me 500K. He go dump that 77 because he no reach anywhere.
He will use that one there.
Now, Emeka go there for weighing there. Hello, mom, see, on guard there, mama go send Gary. So for person when we see no get help, you go fear. How you go for person city?
That you can't even rush back to get Gary. Also, Gary saver.
Yes. Also, if you go the place now and robber because he be copper, you don't know anything. They will come rob you.
And there's no season that is so
even
terrible
know that there's some villages that you're not supposed to go out by this time of the day.
Yes. They don't even know they are supposed to go out by the night. You get? So youths are scared. The economy is not smiling. The security is a mess.
It's a mess.
Anything can happen to you and nobody cares.
In fact,
and you know language barrier too.
Yes.
There are people that are like, no be a common person be this for my city. What you can do? Muna collect them in phone. You get it?
Yeah.
So people are scared. The security, the money, and everything. You'll be scared. Sometimes people will not want to risk their life over 77,000. They say, what if I go say this now? They kidnap me, kill me for road.
And there's nothing so painful that when you have the only child, you sacrifice
Everything
and you
for
lose
years.
that child.
And you lose that
in
child.
NYSC.
So people are like, NYSC,
Like
oh, Barry,
you
me, I'm not coming with you, bro. There are people that are like that. People will be like, for where? Taraba. Yo.
Gombe.
I didn't even finish the ones.
I never finished the one yet.
You see, mama.
You can't go. And then they'll say, okay, boss will carry you. They'll come mention one transport company. You will say that one, I know they go.
No, the first thing you check the history. The history that has been recorded about that.
Exactly, you get it.
Last week they got
Don't mention name. I know get
No, honestly. That's,
so that is just a thing.
Okay, Etiwa, you know, when you actually brought up it's something that we are joking about in politics last year.
Yes, it
because
is.
when you look at, I think the very first thing that, gives us that fear, that instigate that fear in an individual, a graduate is, let's just give maybe the full stuff of survival.
Yes.
Security. That is the first thing. Because you are even going back. Not the name of copper. That copper, between me,
The security aspect. Even you now, when you go rich person land, if you just park your load, say, sir, where they come? My turn back, go bring this next one. When you come, you don't carry your
say I'm
load.
again.
So many things.
It is that bad. It is that bad. So, Tima, why do you think graduates say no to NYSC?
I don't even know if I should use myself. Seriously. Yeah, because I cannot leave my personal business that is giving me money to go and earn 77,000
monthly. Not even 2 weeks.
Not even.
It's not even 2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
I can't do something like that. It's not even a business that I can move from here to there. And knowing that my business needs my 99% of my attention,
business.
I can't leave it.
Imagine where they go say they post it to village where the last.
Then
you don't even have network. Just imagine
network. You say network no day. Your customer they call. You say network no day. There are places like that.
Yeah, like as you land the city like this, bam, airplane mode.
You even the find way to even get one bar. Maybe you call your family member say I don't reach I there so place.
And there are certain places that you cannot just start. Establishing. There are certain places they can post you and say, okay, fine, my business can embrace this environment.
You just started, so you don't even have that leg. You don't know what is going on there. You don't know the background of that place.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Especially for my kind of business that is very strategic. Imagine I'm being posted to, let me say, Bonu.
When they drink pineapple for you.
Now, who go drink there? Where for Bonu where I go sabi do the business? And me, I sit down and look. Where in Bonu State? Which university? Maybe from where they live to university, it be like 5K.
Those guys don't even drink.
have the time.
That's the time another one too. The ingredients, why they use they do the business, where go see buyer. Like now, if you jump enter, I be happy. So yeah, guy, print out 100 stickers for me. When for Bonu, I go see stickers.
You use paper, long paper.
So it's not easy at all. It's not easy.
Tima, it seems you have a lot to add to that.
Yes, I also have another one, like road crashes. Like that was the first fear that I had like a year ago. Carnivals going out there using public transport, all of a sudden, accidents. How?
Sometimes they'll go missing.
How?
Yeah, I stepped in Kogi Road for 3 days.
How?
It's somehow.
Something like that has put this fear into so many youths. Then another thing that I have there is the poor outcome of it. I'll go there, serve for 1 year, then I'll come back to the house, my parents' house. Mm-hmm. Because parents actually expect when you go for service. You should come back with
most parents are expecting marriage.
Yes.
Marriage.
Yes.
And like marriage, now which of they marry?
Like my own, I even used to wonder, they'll be like, when you are coming back from service, come back with your husband. I'll be like, is it what I went to study in university?
It's part of, they say you graduate learning.
Because they feel like you have gone there to mingle with people.
Yeah.
Because you don't they go service 1 year, they bring back husband.
What do you go achieve?
What do you go achieve? Husband. And then somebody will feel like, okay, but sometimes it pays.
Yes.
It pays.
It pays. You can be posted to a very good place that they'll tell you, please don't go.
Don't go.
And
Just
the
retain
salary
you.
is
Can
money,
retain
and
you.
they will retain you.
They'll retain
And you
you.
will be there to build your life.
Yes.
I have a friend who went to Calabar.
Till date.
Till date, is not back to this town.
That's a luck. So many people are
He's
not
been
lucky.
there and he has been established, got a land for himself. So sometimes, what if love not there by your side? You go just
They come back.
come back. And you know that most times, you are healthy in your own house than there. Because then you have to come and test different food.
No,
Don't be like say you go see what I need. They say,
See-
okay, let
see
me
me
do
now.
small afang soup.
What is my life without that?
Okay. And then your parents will be bringing you food stuff every week. And you know also too, your parents themselves, they tried for you during university days. So this NYSC should be something that
And they are thinking they are paying her. So
Yes.
she should be doing well.
Yes.
Now we don't catch us on
That's
7,000.
the expenses that you are
That you are
putting.
passing through there. We can say, okay, here we can say, okay, maybe a crayfish, a bucket or a custard of crayfish can be 5,000. You don't know if you how much you buy it there.
The last time I asked of palm oil in Lagos, God knows, as it was 2-5 years for something else to buy 7,000. How do you go?
Okay.
I don't understand.
And then your salary is 77,000.
7,000. That's what is footing your bills.
That is for a month. Your transportation go. Let's be talking about
From
transport.
here to there.
Because you don't even know the school they'll post you to. Or anywhere they'll post you to. Because there are some people that they'll post them to Bonny
And they
Island.
don't
Where you have to take canoe.
Copper's Lodge.
It's sometimes some people they say almost savings. I don't feel try again for my life.
You get place where you go cross water.
Yes, and you must go there every day. You
Every
must
day.
cross that water every day.
And even get people where we say, as you enter the service ground, it be like they will call your village people food for the principal and the management of the school. They will like every blessed you come.
Yes.
If you don't come, sharply don't put pain.
Yes.
When you go
and they
for-
will come report you. Say they come.
There was one time that I had one guy was posted to somebody, he said, sir, please reject me.
Okay, no see that guy wey go find location as him reach there dey rain fowl. He ask people say na here dey post am to dey say the school wey dey post am to no dey again. So many things we no know how Zavros carry come do again. The bros bin dey laugh dey cry at the same time.
Sir, please reject me.
So you see it, the security, the economy, the fear. Nobody wants to go to somebody's land and lose his or her life.
No, that's the last. We don't.
And you know that
suffer
person
for this.
barrier.
You've not even added health issues.
This is the
Okay.
Just imagine me being asthmatic and then I go to camp.
You go just buy.
Or you even go to a place and you are posted to a place that from your house to hospital is very far and which you have to look for maluwa. Or you need a drag. It's
I've forgotten this state my friend told me about that. It's always very cold.
It's
You don't know.
It's
but
just
very, very
it's very
cold.
cold.
Just
Yes,
imagine an
just.
asthmatic patient being there.
You go you just sign out. Look for your next of kin. You arrange other things. You understand? So that once you pass on. You just so that's the end of your existing here on
so
it.
many, it's a very big thing. Because I remember then I was small, I was in a teaching hospital. And these coppers came in the night. That was around 12 a.m. She was asthmatic. And I was like, this girl is lucky. What if you were in a state? Because this state is blessed.
Yeah.
This state is
Quite
very
Rome is
blessed.
actually very
God,
blessed.
we have infrastructure.
have-
We have places that are just 1-2.
And this is a big shout out to our governor that currently we have a situation where if you call the hospital, the emergency, I think the ambulance service,
And they
will
come.
respond
And they come.
instantly.
Yes.
Without they like America where they go come home, they're going to just so the health condition in Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom
Akwa Ibom
particularly, the services is top notch.
It's top notch and we appreciate that.
We appreciate the
because
government.
you guys have made our health to be first on your list.
Honestly, so
we appreciate it.
if you are belonging to save, come to Akwa
Come
Ibom.
to Akwa Ibom.
If not for the purpose of meeting other people, exploring, I would have loved to stay
I'd
in
love
Akwa
to
Ibom.
stay
In
here
Akwa
because
Ibom,
this
but
city is
I'm just
neat.
tired of this place.
Ah,
That's the reason why
That
I
is
want
just
to
the-
leave, at least
I
move
just go
out.
and see our other states are
But
right.
if you want to come here, you're looking for white material.
We have food.
You don't check.
You will not stress for food.
That's like good order PLC.
Everywhere is neat. Akwa Ibom is very clean. A very clean
I
city.
think that's the cleanest city.
Very, very,
Yes,
very
definitely.
clean.
So if you belong, you don't know where to save. Come, I will even accommodate you. Sharp. But you will not be a female copper. You must be a man. I save my brothers. Okay, so yes, the conversation is still going on and it is quite interesting. We're talking about NYSC. We get to answer the big question. is NYSC worth it or it's a waste of time? So if you feel that NYSC, you can't leave your precious job, what is giving you urgent 2K every blessed day, just to go for, and recently I even they will extend the thing to 2 years.
2 years.
My God. So if you've been longing to embark on service and boom, this 77K is a cash out for you, okay, just jump in to find out what you've not been told, because NYSC is more to what you expect. That is the only place that when you carry frustration down there, they'll help you to give you hyper frustration. You carry BP, they'll give you. Okay, so and when Tim had talked about the place of, there's nothing so painful. When you leave for NYSC, like you have a lot of in fact, that's when your responsibility starts.
Imagine say they here for village, so you don't go service.
Now when
your grandmother say, you've gone for service. It comes with so much prestige, so much happiness. Even though say they chop for day. Hello, my picking job.
And so much demand of cash.
That is it.
I don't. You're supposed to say that I will pay.
And when once months don't end, you hear the Friday they call
calling you now.
I had a deco. I went to the doctor. The doctor said that won't finish. Then if you have junior sisters,
now those junior sisters,
auntie,
they're gonna
takes
you.
Please.
Takes you small.
No. Evening
They start checking up on you.
Yes,
I didn't know you.
This is treating you well, So if I know your auntie, please, there's this girl I saw.
They will send this picture. How is it on me? How will it be on
And
me?
then they will hype you before you know it.
They will start posting you. My sister, when they post me, they post me my big C's.
No, love of my life.
Love of my life. Your sister can never.
Can she ever?
There's something.
And if to cover shame, you have to tip us on
Yes,
now.
Because all those hype can't go ordinary.
You see, when I just called a friend during that time that I think you dropped that 77K, they don't pay. I reached out to my friend in Infon. It saves him a PH. If you are listening, if you are watching this now, the what in Infon said to me, honestly, Infon said, Kemi, Alpha, why they call me? My friend, stop that noise. I'm not asking you for money. Don't know that for you. Because all these guys were like that face. They were feeling like honestly.
They were so happy.
Ah, my God. They was like
screenshots was flowing everywhere. They were so happy.
No, we were looking. If you didn't have a common member friend, you don't miss.
Hey,
at least
they were so happy.
Even if you didn't touch the money, at least.
Yeah, we touched you.
Nigeria has issue with round figure. From 83K to 77. What happened to
100?
It's just like CGPA. Even if you get 49999, someone
that just one to make them.
I saw someone asking how far they know they do approximation.
I laughed that.
Even if you won't die, even if you had 69.
There was a time they were paying 19,800.
They have issue with round figures.
God, I beg you.
So it'd be like when they been just dash round figure. We were not.
Maybe they'll just say, okay, save 70 or save
7,000. Use the 70.
So this is also a call to federal government. Even I want to increase them again, people. I just stop something there because if you have bank charges now.
Bank charges, though. Even to come up for POS, I go to get things like 70,000. I'll charge you 1,000. I be pass because me I know they come out that kind of money. I get money. I'll go come up for POS.
See, there's nothing. So if you want to know how far now you will be cherished in your locality, wear khaki. You will attract. In fact, those ones that have not greeted you before. And
you know that even if a copper now walks into the bank, nobody send you. They will say, hello, copper, good afternoon, someone come with the one. Carry prestige. So that why they say everybody say, I won't go service.
The only picture your parents can do portrait and keep in the parlor.
That
one you are just on
your convocation and induction.
Yeah,
finish. You know, do matric. Nobody they come. You know, some people now only they come matric. But now we say a copper. I
had someone that told me, see, congratulations is not an achievement. Once you finish, convocation will come.
That is the same.
So you will not hide the
yes. So that it will not feel like
finish convocation will come. We will locate it.
Even induction self.
You won't even tell us to come, we'll come. Don't worry. And so we also look at issue where the PPA that most companies are posted. I keep on saying it too. Why is it that I studied engineering in school and I'm going to poultry? Why they relate, I beg, and this is what they people. What are they try to relate? You studied fishery and you're going to communication arts. Which fish
It can be so disappointing. Because I remember when we had a couple right there, she was teaching us geography. I will never forget. This lady barely knows how to spell. You know when G is like this, and she turns it this way.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, madam, it's like this.
Oh my God.
So I think there should actually be some screening that you have to look. If this person needs to be in this place that we want to post him or her to.
Because you guys, and you remember, see, let me be very sincere. The school I went to, my alma mater, I discovered that core members are, in fact, the day on Thursday, that is when I know actually that we are short-staffed. On Thursday, which is CDS.
Okay.
When you go for
yes.
CDS. The school is empty.
You will not see teachers.
You won't see teachers. And you see, I like to ask, please, they don't have stream 1 and stream 2 coming in. 70 core members in a public school, and you have permanent staff being 30. How? Permanent teachers. And so in all the SS1, if you see permanent staff, they handle English. All those core subjects.
Yes. And then when the corpus come in, you hear things like maths, physics,
imagine you taking someone that studied biology to go and teach civil education in SS1.
That is.
Or financial accounting.
Cry. There's a way I'll cry, so the school management will return me. Or they tell me, since I'm studying biology, they'll tell me to come and teach physics. I will first look at you, carry my bag.
And there are some schools that the vice principal will force you to
yes.
do it. But
it's possible.
They say it's exploration of which kind of nonsense talents are big.
Some core members are even handling up to 6-7 courses, subjects.
Yes,
in secondary school.
Yes.
Of course, what am I even saying?
Yes. And they must mark those scripts and make sure that they give tests and mark the script before they leave that school.
I had one that taught JS1, JS2, JS3, SS1. I don't understand. How?
It happens.
Because
that was where I talked about the rural, going to the rural. That's why I was saying that this NYSC is not only for let's go and see what somebody's state looks like. They send these people to go and fill up those gaps in schools.
Yeah.
Because that's actually because if we are, and my own is we still come back. Most of us, I won't be ashamed to say this. Most of us still come back without any proof. Let's say they still go. Why should you come back from NYSC and you still go job hunting? This is it. And when I check the objectives of NYSC 5, we had what is it called? Mobilization. After mobilization, you go for orientation in the camp. After orientation, post you to your place of primary assignment. After then, skill acquisition, they get to do our entrepreneurial development. After then, winding up to pass out. Why not secure jobs?
Now, let me say that one first of all. You know that there are people that have been in seats for a period of year. Like they've been in that seat and then there's white hair, but they will dye the hair. And then they will go and declare their age.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that we don't have jobs, but people are there. And when they leave that place, they want to put their family members.
Funny enough, they will blame the government.
They are still the ones shouting corruption, but they are there.
I collapse.
There are people that will be there till 20, 30 years. They don't want to leave that place. They will carry that slot, put their husband, sister, put their
the one inside the stomach.
Even the one inside the stomach.
They'll be like, do and come out.
And put those places. And then when these students, when we are now back from service, you will be stranded. Do you know that there are lots of NYSC like graduates that are driving minibus in this way?
So many.
But when you hold
I had face in civil engineering, how?
When you hold a little conversation with them, you notice the IQ that they just bring, and you be like, Samboku, where did you school? Be like, I'm a graduate of engineering.
There's nothing that paid like first class in civil engineering as being in a minibus.
But when the seats that these people are supposed to get, it's being taken by people that have been there for 30, 50 years.
Some of them will go frustrated. And I've seen someone saying, there's no shocking part when someone said, the school I went, my certificates. What it's even better, I didn't even have it.
Yes. There are people that are like that.
If I see any job that demands me selling it, I will.
I will.
There's nothing so
because most of them go to school and then because the way it is now, everybody are doing business. I have a friend that made a dress for me. The other day she was talking and then she said, I saved in Port Harcourt. I was like, Jesus. And then one day she now posted a picture of her actually saving and she's sewing dresses. And this is somebody that she's so brainy. You will now notice this is not even the kind of job that this girl should be doing.
All those jobs.
So now it's
kind of side hustle.
Yes.
Side hustle
Side hustle.
attached to what you've
now it's
spending your
integrated the
study.
fact that even if we need to go to school now, it's a must that you learn a skill. Because
Exactly.
that's the even there's one time you say feeling learning a skill is just I don't want to go to
there was a
school.
time like that.
Yeah.
But
They
now
say if you
learning is been bad. They even prefer you
Because
learn
of
the
this,
skill before you go to school.
I actually told myself that when I have children at 16, we
That's-
all know that
that's skill you
15,
learn.
16, you are done with secondary school. You
Yes.
go use 2 years, learn trade.
Very good.
You go use 2
that
years,
one's not supposed to be course for university
learn
as
trade.
GST.
Yeah,
When
yes,
you are
yes.
done,
They should put
you
it.
can write jam. So that at least you can use that to support yourself even in school.
In school.
Support yourself during that NYSC program. So that
Yes.
when you come back, if you don't see any government work to do,
You carry that one whole body.
You get that one, nobody. And so just before we call it a wrap, I would love to ask you now in NYSC now. You think it's worth it or it's a waste of time? You, Itima.
NYSC is not a waste of time. At the same time, it is a waste of time. Yeah, it's two faces.
Okay.
It is not a waste of time because you go out there to connect, meet people, flex.
Mario.
Yeah, find. You
Marriage
can even
to-
find your spouse.
That's a chalugo you
You
find.
can find your spouse there, learn new languages. You get
Yeah.
Yeah, open doors to. I actually had an uncle. As how many years ago that he went for NYSC, and I think they wanted to reject him at his place of assignment, but because he went to a church and played keyboard. And the pastor of that church was somebody that had connection in the place they wanted to reject him. Because of that, they called him, Oga, who are you? So I'm even leaving this week because they are rejected. He said, no, you're not
They
going
can never
anywhere.
reject you.
Yeah. And he has been, they even retained him. He's still there till today.
Wow.
And at the same time, I'm still saying I cannot leave my personal business
Okay.
and go anywhere.
Business first, though.
I cannot leave my business
Business
and go
first.
anywhere.
Call me darling.
I cannot leave my comfort zone and go and suffer.
That go that is entering my account.
Do you know that when I see coppers around that plaza, they laugh. You just look at them from head to toe, and then you see that their shoes are very dirty. Me, I will just laugh, be like, Omo, is this what these people are passing?
I just feel like the vibe of NYSC was those days.
Yeah, when we were small, at least that exciting moment.
See copper.
Yeah.
See copper. God, when will I wear this?
God,
But
when?
now you know the bad governance, the bad government.
Yeah.
As many we don't even look. Person feel be copper, it just dey waka dey pass go your
There
way,
are
no
so many
concern you.
coppers outside. There is actually a copper in this Akwa Ibom state that she's living with a man.
Oh my God.
She left her state down here to
Oh,
Akwa Ibom, and she's living with a man. Why? For feeding, just to eat.
Oh God.
Is that bad?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
And you know how women can fantasize things.
You go fantasize marriage.
Nah.
No, the other PLC. I'll marry you.
As well, though.
Okay, so call me darling. Before we call it a wrap, I would love to
Okay.
ask you your steady business that is giving you at least urgent 2K every day or NYC. Choose one.
Oh God, this is a hard decision. It's a very tough one.
You make it suffer.
To choose money, steady money where they come every day.
Or NYC.
That NYSC is sweet too. But you see more business is sweeter. But we can do collabo.
Okay. Now collabo now.
Now collabo. I still dey serve. I still dey do business. You understand?
That is if you had something to do.
I get I will go anywhere, leave
For people who
business.
don't get waiting to do.
It's collabo. Yes, I want to feel the fun. I want to experience it. I want to meet people. I want to connect. You know, be all about it. I think go there yourself, go see person will be say, in papa or in mama don't get factory already. Or get one place. They say, oh yeah, what do you do? I say, I sell this, I sell that. They say, okay, we're even looking for somebody to do this for us. That is part of connection.
Yes.
So I'm not going to talk down on NYSC. I'm never going to.
Yeah.
So business with NYSC is going to give a very perfect life. Because as you are there in the camp, you don't get business. What you want the person say they do? That's a very big place for you to network your business.
Yeah, definitely.
And what are you going to learn in 3 weeks then?
Do you understand?
Okay, so now before we just go, I would love to advertise your business down there if people wants to, because honestly, I drank the first time I took your drink. It was very refreshing to the soul. So I would love you to tell the viewers out there how we can get to have a taste of your sweetest treats.
Okay, so once again, my name is Call Me Darling, and I'm the brand CEO owner of Sweet Treats by Call Me Darling, a brand that gives you a nourishing and creamy drinks. Milk drinks, pineapple flavor, strawberry, chocolate. So you always get me at the University of Uyo Town Campus, Convocation Park to be precise. You're going to love it. And believe me,
And
you will love it and come back.
Right?
And you can find me anytime. I'm always there. I told you I like business. So now it's NYSC plus business.
That collabo. All right. So, Tima, please, before you call it a wrap, we have so many students who are seeking to, in fact, they're even confused of which course are they going to study. What would they become in future? Now, please, Biko, bless them. Tell them how they can get access to you.
Okay, my name is Etimaudo. I am the counselor at Didit Infotech Educational Consultancy firm. I have been working there and I've been doing this for over 5 years now. And there are so many students out there that from when they are small, they will have this passion for this. I want to do this, I want to do that, but
They are confused.
At times, the parents will be the one to choose them to this other side because the course is professional, the course is bringing out money. But there in Didit Infotech, we will counsel you, tell you, ma, sir, daddy, let us do it this way and see the outcome.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've actually had students that come back with so many testimonies. Ma, thank you for your guidelines. Thank you for this. There are courses there are so many students that do not even know that so many courses are existing.
Yes, sure.
They don't know.
They just think that
everything is about medicine, law, pharmacy. But there are so many courses that when you go out there, you make so much money.
What's that new course that you guys got people into now? Is it medical physiotherapy?
Physiotherapy.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you come to Didit Infotech, that's when we'll tell you that University of Uyo have so many courses that with your score you can have admission.
You can even mention course. Somebody will be like, in this school.
In this school.
And then I had somebody over the weekend. She came. I was like, She said she's doing risk management and what I was like,
insurance. Insurance and risk management. I said, how? In which school? So you that has always been if it's not law, I'm not doing it. If it's not medicine, I'm not doing any other course. Please, any university of your choice, any institution, you must not, if not necessarily, you should start at maybe your first of academic life in the university. If you are doing practical-based course like engineering, I even advise you go to polytechnic so that you get the practical aspect. So coming to the university will give you the theory, to be very honest with you. TIMA and everything that has to do with admission. Yes, if you have issue in relation, your boyfriend is not giving you money as he should give you. Your girlfriend is also...
Please, if you bring relationship, you break up.
Because Tima is not going to give you good advice.
Yes, don't date anybody, don't make money. Go to school.
All right, fantastic viewers, that has been a very... I don't think we have exhausted everything that we had here, but then the little we've been able to do in this short period, we believe that in one way or the other, we've been able to answer that big question. NYSC, is it worth it or it is a waste of time? So now if you are joining this for the first time, this is meeting you, this is your voice of essence, the voice of relevance, the voice of purpose. I love you anytime, every day, because you give me that reason to exist here. You are my inspiration. Until next episode, please, if this is meeting you for the first time, click on the subscription icon, subscribe so that you keep posted. We love you. And together we'll say that you must go to service. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.